The LA Chargers have found a beast this offseason and can't wait to see what he does come regular season, come training camp. Because one of the things about Jim Harbaugh, everywhere that he's gone, magically these guys deep in the depth chart appear that you're like, where's that guy been? Has he been on our team? Jim Harbaugh, the coaching staff, the strength staff, find these guys, and you've already heard it in OTAs, mini camps, offseason stuff. Man, their attention to detail, they're getting everybody right. And there's going to be guys that come out of nowhere. This is the guy I'm talking about. So if you're new to the channel, we cover the LA Chargers on this channel. Nothing but the LA Chargers. We're Detroit Lions fans, but we're Jim Harbaugh fans. So we started this channel. So the guy that I'm talking about, he was put in an article here. Otito Ogbonia, defensive tackle that you got a couple years ago in the 5th round. He was a shot put, like Olympic gold medalist shot putter. Let me look up his, just as a quick reminder, 6'4", 320. Okay. He's a nose tackle that kind of played well, picked him up in 2022. And so 2022, okay, 23 played a little bit better, but was injured both of those years. So in 2022, played a little bit, but then midway through the season went on IR with a ruptured patellar tendon. Then last year went on IR and then was reactivated November 5th and ended up playing well in a few games. And it's like, okay, this is the type of guy, this big defensive tackle that you've had for a couple of years that Jim Harbaugh just feels like you're just going to be like, what the heck? Where did this guy come from? So this article nails it. Sometimes necessity is the best motivator. The interior of the defensive line lacks star power behind Fox and Ford. Otito took a big leap forward from his first to second year, and he'll need to do that in his year 3. He played in several games once he started to play in week 9. He had 4 pressures, 3 tackles against the Jets. He also played well against the Lions, New England, and Buffalo. This would be huge because if you go over to right here and kind of look at the depth chart, Fox, Ford, and then if you could have another defensive tackle step in here, now you've got depth there and you're all set. Bosa, Mack, Tooley, all on the edge. Linebackers are good. And really, I mean, Junior Colson will be starting there. Corners, like everything just is like, okay. Defensively, really good. So this is a beast of a guy that I'm keeping my eye on, because if you go back to the 2011 San Francisco 49ers, this is when Jim Harbaugh took over, and you just like all of a sudden on that roster, it's like Frank Gore, beast, Vernon Davis, beast, Navarro Bowman, Patrick Willis. They had Justin Smith on that team. These are guys that, yes, they're good, and it's probably not the best example, but my point is they were on the team before Jim Harbaugh was there. Harbaugh gets there. It's just like this mentality, this beast mentality. You're going to see it with Derwin James. You're going to see it with the stars, but also these guys that were kind of buried in the depth chart that I think are just going to rise up and be like, oh my gosh, where have you been? So I'm excited to see that. If you're a Chargers fan, that's going to be huge. Now, next thing that I thought was interesting. If you're a Chargers fan, this was a PFF ranking of backfields in the NFL. The Chargers come in at 26, and kind of rightfully so, but they make a great point here. The best is still yet to come for J.K. Dobbins, who joined LA this offseason. He was a sensation at Ohio State, but he tore his ACL, then he had a knee injury, and then his Achilles, like major injuries. However, these are major injuries that take you out, but we've seen guys come back from this stuff. ACL, it's just proven you come back from that. Don't know what this other knee injury was exactly. And then Achilles is kind of more of a wild card, but we've seen guys come back from that better than ever. So if you've got J.K. Dobbins and then a very just kind of steady Gus Edwards, but if both of these guys can stay healthy, this will be a strong duo. So again, a lot of times what we want to do to this Chargers team and this roster is just think, well, it's not great, it's rebuild, but we keep kind of pointing out that there are question marks, no question, but what ifs, right? The what ifs are like, okay, what if these guys stay healthy? What if Joshua Palmer really takes a next step? Quentin Johnston just gets any better than he was last year. But you have DJ Chark. I'm not really worried about Johnson anymore. I'm just kind of moved past him. Lad McConkey will get open. The offensive line's good. Defensively, come on. Like defensively, let's go. So there's Otito and defensive tackle. So they've got them in a 3-4. Got him at nose tackle. And I don't know if that's going to be what they play, whatever, but he is got to be a guy that just emerges out of nowhere. He hasn't played. He's played a little bit. It's like this could be a breakout season. Bosa, Colson. So I like this depth chart a little bit better. Point is, there's this guy that could be something really special for the Chargers. And he was at UCLA. There it is, 6'4", 320. Man, UCLA, and he's just doesn't have like basically the because he was a track guy. He was doing more track stuff. He was doing shot put, so he was a I don't say he was more focused on that, but just didn't do things in college that maybe stood out. But then he was taken in the 5th round. Size, everything's there. Coached under Jim Harbaugh. I just feel really, really good about that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Kind of where you're at emotionally here as the off season's kind of, we're in this in between period where mini camp's done and then training camp's going to be coming up here in about a month. If you are a Chargers fan, you are so excited about this because the off season has proven a couple different things. Jim Harbaugh, what I love, by the way, is that we've seen more in depth and more behind the scenes with Jim Harbaugh than we ever did at Michigan or with the 49ers. So that's pretty cool that the Chargers social media team's all over that. Second thing is the stars are going to be really stars now with the Chargers. The Derwin James, Mac, your quarterback, those dudes are going to be superstars under Jim Harbaugh, and you see how he elevates those guys. You've seen the behind the scenes and how he's lift them up, really wants them to know that they're special and that how much he appreciates them. And then these guys that are down here under the radar guys are going to come up this year, and it's going to be really good. So, I mean, yeah, you get your stars up here. Everybody else raises up. You have the quarterback. It's going to be a special year. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we will see all of you on the next one.